Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a really long time. Today we're actually not going to be talking about Switzerland. We're talking about Turkey! I know all of you have seen those viral TikToks about the luxury dental spas in Turkey. Well, I actually took the trip and visited one, so you don't have to. Today I'm spilling all the tea on what the experience was actually like. Spoiler alert, it wasn't all glitz and glam like you would think. If you're thinking about getting that perfect smile overseas, or you just want a more affordable dental option while you're visiting Turkey like I did, I'm gonna share the good, the bad, and everything in between so that you can make an informed decision before you book. So let's get into it. The way that we set up the appointment was through WhatsApp. Most of the clinics, hotels, bookings that you're going to be reserving in Turkey all work through WhatsApp. I was impressed by their customer service and how they responded to me very quickly and that they were able to get us in last minute. I do see now why, because they have so many rooms in this one dental clinic. They could probably treat 15 to 20 people in one go. The day of our appointment, they did have somebody come pick us up at our hotel, which was very nice and I definitely appreciated it. Everything seemed very, very professional and it was all very squeaky clean, which is a plus for them. Once we arrived, we checked in, we gave them our passports, and then they took us over to their waiting area, which had complimentary coffee and tea. There was a waiting area with 4 massage chairs, but unfortunately 3 of them were broken and only 1 worked, so we decided to just sit in the regular waiting area. We did meet a couple of other people who were waiting there and both of them were from California. So it was very interesting to see how far these people had flown from America specifically for this clinic that they've seen on TikTok. Once it was our turn to get called, they took us into a room to get x-rays. We did have to sign a consent form, which by the way said that they could take clippings of our gums or anything like that and use them as research or something like that. So that was a little bit weird when I asked them about it and they said don't worry, which is a little sketchy, but whatever. If you want to make a quote of me, it's fine. We signed it, then they immediately took us in to get these x-rays done where we stood in a room, a machine revolved around our heads for maybe 1 minute and then it was done. One of the men who was assisting us, which I assume is our translator, was there with us from the time that we sat down in the dental chair to the time that we left. So originally we just came for the x-rays and cleaning and to get any cavities filled. They showed us our x-rays, they showed us that we had no cavities, which is really actually hard to believe. So we just went ahead with the cleaning. You can definitely tell that they push a little bit for everyone to get their teeth whitened, but I didn't feel comfortable because they didn't give me any information aside from a couple of videos showing how awesome and cool it was, but they didn't give me very many details. They didn't tell me any of the side effects or how this would affect my overall health, which I had to research online showing that whitening your teeth is actually not the best for them and that it makes them very porous and can hurt very bad. It was about 300 euros per person to get that done, which was not part of our budget, so we decided to opt out. Once we told them that we weren't getting our teeth whitened, I think the mood kind of shifted a little bit. That's where I felt kind of the shift of being so professional and friendly to just kind of like on to the next. So that's when I felt like this feels a little weird, but we went along with it anyways. We were really happy to be there, like honestly, and we went ahead with the teeth cleaning, which cost 90 euros per person in comparison to Switzerland where it's usually around 180 Swiss francs per person. It seemed like a really good deal to us until when we were sitting out in the waiting room. One of the ladies from California who had visited this clinic also just came in for a cleaning. So she went in before us and she was finished with her entire appointment while we were still in the waiting room. Her whole appointment took about 15 minutes. We talked to her a little bit and she also told us that she felt a little disappointed with the cleaning and how it only took about 15 minutes and she didn't feel like it was worth all of the hype. She felt like they were very rushed about it. When it was our turn to get our cleaning, we kind of knew what to expect, that it was only going to be about 15 minutes, and that's exactly what happened. It was very rushed. My husband sat in the room with me and I sat in the room with him. I do have to say it was a very, very painful cleaning. She really dug into my gums, which I've never had any dentist do before. When I sat in the chair, they were so rushed about it that they didn't put any protection on my face. I actually had to ask for some sort of glasses on my face so that way all of the spray would stop going in my eyes, which was a little gross. I didn't like that I had to ask for that, but they gave it to me, no problem. I also ended up telling them that they were really hurting me and that I want them to go a little bit gentler because I've honestly never experienced pain like that in a dental cleaning. And then the last thing that I'll say about my cleaning was that I didn't get my teeth flossed, which I am so confused about lately because my husband, who is Swiss, swears that you don't have to floss your teeth, which I think is super weird. The dentist in Turkey didn't floss my teeth, and this girl on TikTok that I've been watching, she showed her whole teeth regimen, and she said that she's been reading all these books and been consulting with her dentist, and she does like all of this natural stuff and didn't floss her teeth. So I'm just wondering, is it normal to not floss your teeth? But anyways, I didn't really like that they didn't floss my teeth. I went ahead and flossed my teeth kind of in front of them. I don't know. I was a little bit like, seems weird. Then it was my husband's turn, and he was not happy whatsoever with his cleaning. He didn't want to say anything in front of them, but afterwards he really laid it on me about how rough they were with his teeth. And while he was getting his teeth cleaned and they rinsed his mouth out, it was full of blood. It looked really painful. Both of our gums were hurting for the next day or two because of this cleaning that we got. What do you think?
Fucking hurts. Fuck.
It hurts so bad.
You have to be so rough.
She went so deep. It was actually the first time I've been to the dentist where it was like genuinely painful.
Like you can do a little bit softer, you know, like we are the customers, you know, you don't have to hurt us. My gums were bleeding as hard as fuck, and now
his gums were bleeding so much.
She was like going ham on me. I go to the dentist every year for cleaning, and they just, you know, they go soft on you. They just do their job, have more time for you, you know. Here they like rushing it.
The other thing is I feel like they kind of price you based on maybe where you're from, because with the cleaning it was $90, which is actually a lot cheaper than in Switzerland, but I feel like they kind of just make up the price as they go. Like they didn't show us a pricing list, and then when he took us up to front to pay, he told the woman instead of what treatment we were getting, he told them the price that he gave us, not like the cleaning, which should be a set price. He just like gave her a price to charge us. So I feel like they definitely just base the pricing on whatever they feel like you will pay in the moment. I don't know.
I'd rather go to Switzerland all the time, only again.
Really?
Instead of any other country, yeah.
I got clean teeth. It's over now. It was a little bit of an unpleasant experience, but it was cheap, okay? So that was basically the gist of it. I don't have so much information on getting your teeth whitened. However, I'm really glad that we didn't do it because I don't think that I would have benefited from it, and I don't really like how they were pushing for it and gave you basically no medical advice or their opinion on whether I would be a good candidate for it or anything like that. They were just trying to sell me something, and when I didn't buy it, they were like, okay, let's get you in and get you out. I don't like that. I would prefer to have a dentist who cares about me, who cares about my teeth, who's gonna take their time, and who's definitely going to be a lot more gentle than they were. So that was my experience on the viral TikTok Turkey dentist. If you're planning to go to Turkey, I hope that this helps. I'm not saying that every single dentist is like this. This is just my experience. I'm not saying that this will happen to you. Nothing really bad happened, thankfully, but just be careful about when you go to Turkey, because this was not our only bad experience. We also went to a skin doctor to get our skin age and all of that, which was also viral on TikTok, and that was even worse, and I'll have to talk about that one another time. I feel like a lot of the reviews on Google are fake, and maybe the company has bought them or something like that, so just be really careful. And if I were you, I would skip it and go to the dentist in your home country where you know that they're going to take care of you and you know that you're going to get the results that you want. I hope this was helpful if you're planning to go to Turkey anytime in the future, and don't forget to like and subscribe and comment if you feel like you want to. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.